As we sit here today at Laguna Seca, our cars are first and second in the championship. We're, I think, 2 points out of the manufacturer's championship. We're first and second in the team championship. So sort of all your aspirational goals that we set at the start of the year are within reach, and we've got 2 races to go. But we've got to really focus now on executing again and being perfect, because any mistake is going to be hard to make up for. There just isn't much time left. One of the big goals we set at the start of the year was to get both cars in the winner's circle. And so Road America was really great for us.
Here's a good scrap in TCR. Mark Wilkins, the championship leader, the 98, that light blue Hyundai Veloster.
We had to start the race on rain tires. We both went with a split strategy. So our sister car elected to start on the dries, and I think that was a tough call for them.
It went hot, and then all of a sudden it was even hailing down pit lane. It was crazy. It was like driving on ice. It was very slippery and very scary.
And they fell way back early in the race, and we were quite strong, but then it dried out.
I just remember going into turn 1 on the first restart and outbraking everybody like by 150, 200 feet. Like, it's just too easy, you know? And I was able to really just kind of pick everybody off and go to the front one by one.
Road America was really a culmination of everything we've learned and put into the MotorTrend TCR car this year.
We ended up finishing second place, really close to first place, but after post-race technicalities, we ended up winning the race.
It's Hyundai first and Hyundai third, so they've got a little protection behind them, but they can't afford to race each other, guys.
Godsack has had a great start coming off that victory at Road America. He's got ahead of his teammate early here.
We've had a very strong 2-car effort, and both cars have been fast. Both cars are capable of winning on any given weekend. You know, we're the only Hyundai team out here, right? So the other manufacturers, they have more cars, more teams. So when we're racing for a manufacturer's championship or racing these guys, we have to be better because they've got us outnumbered.
That win by Godsacker and Philippi at Road America really vaulted them into championship contention. They're only 9 points back of their more experienced teammates.
It was pretty hairy because it was a little bit slick. It had just started to rain on some parts of the track, but it was dry on others, and we had slick tires. In my final stint, I dropped wheels and went off track.
We were both surprised when we saw the 98 being driven by Michael Lewis make a mistake.
Yeah, it's very unusual for Michael Lewis to make a mistake.
The highlight would actually be finishing in 4th place. I know that sounds weird, but we were actually on the last lap of the race, running in about 8th or maybe 9th position. So I know it's not a win. We want to win every race, obviously, but 4th is pretty solid for the championship.
Look at this battle for TCR. Morley under pressure. 3 wide down into the brake zone, and Vance
Morley's
is
gonna get spun. He gets turned. He'll slide into the tire barriers hard.
Harry and Mason finished in 2nd place at VIR, and that was a result of making less mistakes than, say, the 98 team. They earned it. They had, you know, least amount of mistakes, and were able to bring it home like experienced drivers.
You know, the Hyundai brand wasn't known for performance in the beginning. The vehicles are great, they perform great, but that wasn't where the brand was positioned. To come out on a racetrack and have that kind of success really proves the authenticity of the performance. It's been really exciting to watch.
This is the second to last race on the schedule, and we've been on a little hot streak lately, you know?
The stakes couldn't be higher for our team. We have Mason and Harry in 2nd place for driver points. We got Mark and Michael in 1st place, and then we also are 3rd place for manufacturers points, but really only 2 points behind Audi, which everything could change after this race.
So we got the 98 car with Michael Lewis, who qualified on pole, and Mason Felipe qualified the number 21 second.
I think with these things and from experience, you don't want to focus on them. We just need to focus on executing our weekend.
We still come in feeling like the underdog, right? We never let ourselves feel like we're the ones to beat. We always feel like we're chasing somebody else. And as long as we keep doing that, that's going to give you the impetus to keep trying to get better.
Lights out. We're going green this time. Green, 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 green.
Here is the 98. This is the class-leading car in TCR, and that was a Michelin onboard there of Michael Lewis, the pole man.
It is game time in the championship. They cannot afford to finish any positions behind their teammates right now.
Brian's cars run 1 and 2 with Michael Lewis, Mason Philippi looking good, and they are top 2 in the championship as well.
Mark Wilkins is going to get into this Hyundai. Harry Gottzecker is going to get in the 21.
Whoa, the 21's been able to leapfrog the sister car.
Oh, that's big.
So it's Harry Gottzecker that gets off pit road first. There is the sister car of Mark Wilkins.
What's your fuel number? 5.0.
Did we get both cars full?
We short filled that one.
So
we got full on the 98.
So we may not be good on the 21.
Strategy-wise, from the top 3, I'm not really sure who's good to go on fuel ahead of us. So right now the 98, I believe we're good on fuel to the end. 21, our teammate, might be on the limit. They took a little bit less fuel in this last pit stop. And the Audi in front of us, we don't know. So it's kind of interesting, bit of racing right now. Do you push hard and have to pit again, or do you save fuel? We don't know.
This is my concern with Wilkins being demoted there in that pit stop shuffle. The other big question is with the 21 car. I think by short filling this car to get that track position, they were locked into another stop today. Now, I know we've had a lot of caution, but he may be in fuel trouble, so sitting in front of his maybe faster teammate is not going to help the cause.
About 15 laps to go. Fuel number 44.7. Gonna be close on fuel. If you can give me any lift and coast.
So right now, 2.5 short?
1 short yellow should get us there, right?
Yeah.
Mark's been doing really well in traffic, and actually this last lap, the way the traffic played out, Mark did a really good job and caught up a lot.
You know, Mark's so genteel in his mannerisms and the way he speaks. You would think he'd almost just be waving everybody by and say, "Oh no, you go first. No, sorry, you go." But he's in the car. He's not that guy.
It is far from over in TCR. Can the Road Shagger Audi hang on? John Morley's got a rearview mirror full of Mark Wilkins.
The MotorTrend TCR car was brand new this year, and us moving in IMSA was brand new this year. And so we had a lot to learn. As the season's gone on, that bullseye we're shooting at just keeps getting bigger and bigger as we learn more about the car, the tires, the pit stops.
Final lap pressure is on. Championship leader we ride with.
It's nail-biting time, though, for this team.
The biggest thing for John Morley is get through turn 9 clean. Mark Wilkins deep into the corner.
This is a big overtaking spot here, but Wilkins isn't close enough. He fades to the inside, and John Morley goes there to defend. And Wilkins is going to get a nice run off turn 11.
The Aston Martin's in trouble.
There's a drag race to the finish, but it is a first-time win for John Morley, Gavin Ernstone, and the Simply Vegas Audi.
I did. Nice try, man. Sorry.
Man.
Oh, it's tough. No tire.
I was like, send it in 11, bro, send it.
We had a good car. We just needed a little more.
It's really kind of a bittersweet day after getting that front row lockout. We really expected great things today. Mark at the end almost delivered with the 98. It was so close to another lap. I think he would have got ahead of the 61 and won that race. Unfortunately, 21 fell a little bit short on the fuel there at the end, had to stop, and that really crushed them. It's going to drop them a few spots in the points, unfortunately. But on the plus side, the 98 came in with a 5-point lead in the championship. We're leaving with an 11-point lead in the championship, so it's not all bad. And we got to focus on what we can do now. Already thinking ahead to Road Atlanta and trying to finish out strong.